is going on, and welcome to your first official onboarding training. We're going to be talking about mindset, and this is going to be helpful if you have a weight loss goal, if you have a weight gain goal, mobility goal, whatever health goal, whatever the goal might be. This will be beneficial. So we're going to be talking about 3 points over here that I think they're super, super important for you to know before starting a program like this. Okay, so the first thing, we're all here now, right? We started the program, we signed up, it's time to crush it, but we need to get the mind primed in order to do something like this, because guess what? You might face some challenges. You might not be good at this in the first month, even, right? So you want to make sure you allow yourself the opportunity to learn something you may not be good at in the first week or so. So allow yourself to learn it, even if it looks like, oh my God, I've never done this before. It's like, yeah, when you're born, you never walked before, but you learn, right? So it's the same thing. So make sure we allow ourselves the opportunity to learn something we're not good at. Very important. So the first thing that I want to talk to you about is commitment and determination. You need to, as of today, you need to commit to yourself that you are going to become the best version of yourself. And this commitment has to be deep within you, because if it's not, and we're always looking for external factors, I'm doing it for my girlfriend, I'm doing it for this, while that's good. For example, if you have kids, yes, you should be on top of your health and fitness for your kids. You should be, there's no doubt in that, right? So things like that, but we want to make sure we really create this reason within us, the commitment to ourselves, the commitment to go through life feeling the best you've ever felt. That is a commitment that you need to make to yourself, right? And be determined. Be determined that no matter what happens, I will achieve these goals. I will achieve these goals. But you need to make sure it starts with this one thing. Commitment and determination start with one thing, which is honesty. You need to be able to be honest with yourself at where you are in the start, right? Because a lot of people think they're a lot better, they're a lot further ahead. A lot of people don't really know where they are, so there's no start point. So it's really important to look at yourself in a minute. It's like, okay, hey, I'm lazy. I haven't. I sit on the couch for 6 hours every single day after work. I could be getting steps in, but instead I'm watching Netflix. I'm drinking every weekend with my friends because I can't say no to. So be as honest as possible with where you are right now, so you can have a start point. Because if you don't have the start point and you continuing lying to yourself that, like, oh, what I'm doing is not hurting me, the things that I'm doing here, it's not hurting what I'm doing here, and while in reality these things might actually be the one thing that are preventing you from achieving this goal. So you want to be as truthful as possible to yourself, because you might not be truthful with other people, which is fine. You do your own thing, but you can almost run away from them. You cannot run away from you. You cannot run away from you ever. You're gonna be the person that when you walk up to a mirror, this is what you see. So do not run from yourself. Be honest, because that's what's gonna make you successful. Once you realize that, like, hey, I'm lazy, man. What the fuck? Like, I can't even bend over to tie my shoes, right? Like, I need to do something about this. So again, I urge you to just look. And it's also, it's not about judgment. It's about acknowledgement, right? Don't judge yourself like, oh, you're fat piece of shit, you skinny boy, or whatever it is. It's not, do not judge you. So it's not like judging yourself. It's just acknowledging. It's like, hey, listen, I'm lazy. I sit for work for 10 hours a day and I don't get any sun. I need to make some changes. That is what honesty looks like. So it's very, very important to make sure you do a little bit of that. It's going to help you out so much. Okay? And the last thing, sorry, this is the second thing over here. Do not have an all in or all out mentality. What that means is, we see this very often. A lot of people come through, they crush it Monday to Friday, and then Saturday, Sunday, they go back to the old habits that got them in the shitty shape in the first place. So you want to make sure you treat your weekends exactly like the week. So do not have an all in or all out mentality. Another problem that the all in or all out mentality might cause you is to not be able to get back on track after you've fallen off the wagon, guess what? You might fall off the wagon. Things are gonna happen. There's celebrations, there's holidays, there's this happening. The difference that it makes between a person being successful in a program like this and a person not successful is their ability to not have an all out or all in mentality, right? Because once, let's say you're like, you set the intention, you come in the program all pumped up, like, fuck yeah, I want to get the results, everything is great. And then you go, as you say, it's like, oh, I'm going to do this 100% every single day, watch me crush it. And then what happens when you have that such high expectation of yourself, and then one thing goes off, you fall on ice outside, it's icy, and you can't go to the gym for a week because you sprained your ankle. The all in or all out mentality people will have a very hard time getting back to work once they heal, because they're like, well, I couldn't do 100% in the last week, so everything I did prior to that, it goes to waste. And I'm like, no, we can't think about it like that. So I urge you to really pay attention and ask yourself, do I have an all in or all out mentality? One thing that I noticed for myself is I made it a goal to meditate every morning. I got to a point where if I slept in, let's say I wanted to wake up at 5, meditate at 5 to 5:15. If I wanted to, I was at a point like, I would say to myself is, if I wake up later than 5, I'm not doing the meditation because it's already past my time. And I was like, I'm literally doing what I told my clients not to do, right? So it's very, very important to also pay attention to the things that you're doing, because we do a lot of stuff mindlessly almost, right? So you want to make sure you pay attention to that. And the last thing over here that I want to talk about when it comes to mindset is, and this is really important, I want you to write this down. This is very, very important, especially if you have a weight loss goal, well, any goal. But this is very important. And even if you have a financial, life goal, whatever, you want to go on vacation goal, whatever goal it is, it's not about what you need to add into your life to get you to your goals. It's about what you need to take out of your life in order to reach your goals. Okay, I'm gonna say it one more time. It's not about what you need to add into your life to reach your goals. It's about what you need to take out of your life to reach your goals. Okay? I'm gonna ask you this question. Are you adding value into your life? Are you adding value into your life, right? So adding value into your life, okay, we're starting a program. I'm gonna exercise more, right? I'm gonna eat better food. Great, I'm adding things. I'm gonna walk every single day for 30 minutes. Great, I'm gonna do 10 minutes of cardio post-workout. Great. Okay, that's how we add value, right? You're getting 10 minutes of sun every single day, nice sunlight every morning, right? You're adding value. But what a lot of people don't pay attention to is the things that you actually need to take out in order to add value. So subtracting things out of your life can also add value into your life. A good example is you start a weight loss journey, but you drink every single weekend with your friends, but you're doing your exercise, you're doing this. You're thinking that you need to add value, when in reality is the drinking every single weekend that's actually that you need to take out in order to add more value into your life, okay? So I hope this makes sense, right? So it's not always about just throwing things into your life and like, why is this not working? Sometimes we need to sit down and look, what am I doing that's not adding value into my life? And sometimes it's subtracting things out of your life that adds value, right? If you have lung problem and you're smoking, right? Running, if you have lung issues and you're smoking, running is not gonna get your lungs better. What's gonna get your lungs better is eliminating cigarettes is what's gonna get your life better. So always make sure you think about it very well. So a few things over here. Are you committed and determined, right? Do you have an all in or all out mentality? And are you adding value into your life by subtracting things, by taking things, the negatives out? Are you doing those things? So that's the mindset training that I want you to start over here. Think about this for a little bit and really make, even to yourself, grab a little piece of paper. It's like, okay, this is what I'm doing that's taking away value. And be careful, because value is also perception. You might think that something might add value into your life because that's how you perceive it as, but in reality, it might actually hinder your ability to add more value into your life. So think about it that way too. because a lot of times it's like, oh, I'm doing this because it's helping me with this, but you're just creating that false reality, right? So the mind is very powerful and very strong. So you want to make sure is you write down, okay, what am I doing to hinder my progress? Do I have an all in or all out mentality? Am I good to slow down my progress once in a while because of whatever, but then I want to make sure you hop right back on track, right? So all these things are very important, but that's what I'm going to leave you guys with. Okay, so you want to make sure is you think about what I just said, and if you have no issue with this, fantastic. But if you ever have, I've come across as like, okay, yeah, what Rob is saying makes sense, I want you to make sure you start taking action as of today, because tomorrow is too late. Today we start taking action towards our goals. So write down those things that I asked you for. Are you adding value into your life by taking things out? Do you have an all in or all out mentality? Are you committed and determined to yourself? That's it for now. I'll see you again in the next lesson.